What's up everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood French Canadian, and today we're going to be looking at 5 Elden Ring mods that you need to add to your game. The first one we're going to be looking at is a reshade, and the one I chose is the Elden Reshade HDR effects. Now, I think this reshade is perfect because it's not too heavy, but it makes your game look crisp. It adds contrast without hurting your eyes, and it actually makes it look way more sharper. And it looks a bit more detailed as well, because some of the elements, some of the beautiful lighting in the game will actually pop out even more. Just looking at the moon in the background, like, it looks so much better with the reshade. Reshades are super simple to install, but if you have issues or if you have questions, I have an entire video about how to install mods for Elden Ring, or you can also join my Discord. I will be there to help you, and the invite link is in the description box below. Now, the second mod is called Swordsmanship, and it adds so much to the actual gameplay itself. Basically, it adds new attack animations for straight swords, great swords, colossal swords, and katanas as well. It also adds a new dodge roll. It also changes the animation of the guard counter when you're using a colossal greatsword, and it changes the block animation when two-handing weapons, as you can see, and it also changes the block animation on shields when you get hit, and it looks a bit more realistic, let's say. Honestly, I absolutely love this mod because if you're like me and you've been playing this game since release, then you're probably finding all the moveset a bit stale. This adds a lot more diversity, and the moves you see look freaking amazing, especially for the colossal swords. I think they did a fantastic job to give us a new animation to look at when we're kicking ass. Now, there was a mod like this for sorcerers, and it changed a lot of sorceries. However, a lot of mods that change the game files with the regulation.bin files don't work anymore because of the recent update, so that really sucks because it broke a ton of cool mods I could have showed, but unfortunately there is nothing I can do. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the Godslayer sword was really disappointing to me. Like, when I found it, I was like, man, it's gonna be so awesome. But I just really dislike the model. The third mod, the Godslayer's Greatsword remodel, you can change the look of it and it looks fantastic. You can change the length, you can change the color of the blade as well if you want a gray blade like a regular one, or if you want a black blade. So basically you can choose between a colossal sword length or just a greatsword length, but it still retains its colossal sword moveset. Now, if you also install the previous mod, which is the swordsmanship one, then you'll have all the cool animations with this really beautiful remodel. Now, this next mod is more as a utility, especially if you want to try out builds or just make build videos like I do. But there's a lot you can do with this mod. So basically, this is a save file where you have every single item that you need in the game, as well as every single site of grace, all the armor, all the talismans. But even if you don't intend this to try out builds, you can definitely use it to play Fashion Souls, or you can also use a starter save that has every item. So you can really start the game with what you want and the build you want from the get-go. Because if you're like me and you've completed the game multiple times, then having to start over from the beginning and getting everything that you need again can be really annoying. But this mod actually gives you the option to start with what you want right away. And honestly, it's also really good for beginners. If you've never played Souls games before, you can have access to everything, which will make it a bit easier on you. Now, the fifth and final mod is a mod that gives you the ability to play as a Malenia. And there are 3 versions of this. You can play her with her armor, like in the first phase of the fight, as her character model in the second phase of the fight with all the rotten wings, or you can play with that model as well, but without the wings, because as you'll see, they do take a lot of space on your screen, but I didn't find it too annoying while playing. So the armored version of Malenia, you need to put on the full clean rot armor set to be able to see it, to see that model. And for second phase Malenia, you need to put the entire Bloodhound set. If you don't know where to get that set, conveniently enough, I have a full video on how to get that. Once you have those on for the version of Malenia that you selected, you should now be able to play. as Malenia instead of just role-playing her with her armor set. This is perfect for a rot build if you want to be using the Hand of Malenia katana as well as the flower incantation, which is what you'll be seeing in this footage. I think it looks freaking awesome, so if you want to play an entire full run against Malenia and then go on and defeat her and take the throne as the real Blade of Miquella, then this mod is definitely for you. So those are all the mods we're going to be looking at today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more Elden Ring content, there is plenty more on my channel. So have yourself a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you all very soon.